Good morning. My name is Jerry Sweeney, and it's my honor to serve of the PhilaPort Board of Directors. In a few moments, we'll break ground on a new 200,000 square foot PhilaPort Distribution Center. First today, though, I'd like to welcome everyone for their participation. Due to COVID restrictions, we have intentionally limited the number of folks attending in person, but thanks to all of those who are participating virtually. We truly appreciate that Governor Wolf was able to send a message, for without his leadership, this project would not have been possible. Thanks to the following leaders who are here with me today at the site: Mayor of Philadelphia, Jim Kenney; State Senator Saval; PhilaPort CEO and Executive Director, Jeff Theobald; U.S. Customs Area Port Director, Joseph V. Martella; and the President of Holt Logistics Corp., Leo Holt. And a big thank you to our PhilaPort Board of Directors. They all wanted to be here today, but again, due to COVID restrictions, they're participating virtually. Let me acknowledge them: Rocky Bryan Jr., B.J. Clark, Rich Laser, Yesenia Bain, David Cuff, Tony Menino, Paul McNichol, Lee Whitaker, James Shacklet III, and John Skatolis. There's no question the pandemic has been a national and global tragedy, but it has not stopped our efforts to grow PhilaPort. And I'm delighted to report that PhilaPort is thriving. We're the fastest growing container port in the country. In 2020, we handled more containers than in any year of our history, reaching a record 641,000 EUs, an increase of 7% over the last year. The port has achieved a compound annual growth rate of 10% over the last decade. How has this happened? Well, major drivers because the Wolf administration had the vision to unlock the potential of this great Commonwealth asset. Just 4 years ago, Governor Wolf announced a $300 million port development plan designed to modernize our port and give us the ability to compete in the global marketplace. Our growth is proof that port investment pays for itself. To drive future growth, we need warehouse and distribution capabilities like we have at the PhilaPort Distribution Center that we're breaking ground on today. You know, as many of you know, I'm in the real estate business, and the old adage there is location, location, location. Well, here at PhilaPort, we've added a new twist, which is this warehouse: velocity, velocity, and velocity. Fast onto the docks, fast through the terminal, fast onto the highways or rails, because modern supply chains demand speed, and this warehouse will give us that capability. Let me tell you a bit more about the building itself. It will be a 201,000 square foot, 60-foot clear, food grade, 32 loading dock building sitting on about 30 acres. And in addition to the construction employment, this facility will create hundreds of permanent jobs. More importantly, though, this warehouse will spur other job growth at the port. There'll be additional ship calls that will grow stevedoring, trucking, freight forwarding, cargo inspecting, and all the other jobs that make our port run. And let's keep in mind that in total, PhilaPort supports 17,000 direct and indirect, good-paying, family-sustaining jobs. The first phase of our $300 million port development plan is just about completed. At the Packer Avenue Marine Terminal, we now have 5 Super Post-Panamax cranes. The Southport Auto Terminal, the first new marine terminal in 40 years at the Port of Philadelphia, is now open. And the new warehouse at Tioga Marine Terminal is already full. Looking to the future, the second phase of the PhilaPort Distribution Center will be built on this site. That'll be a 217,000 refrigerated warehouse building, but that's a story for tomorrow. So this is really a good point to stop and thank those who work day to day at the port. Philadelphia labor is the best. We're not just saying that. We really do have the most productive labor in the Northeast, and that's something to be really proud of. So thanks to those who load and unload the cargo, those who move it inland. You are the secret ingredient in making our port competitive and ensuring its future growth. Finally, Let me thank Jeff Theobald, our CEO and our Executive Director, and the entire PhilaPort team. They have really taken on growing the port as a personal mission. They've accomplished a great deal, and they're looking forward to completing and filling this warehouse, growing the port for many years to come. So now let's hear a few words from Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf.
Hi, I'm Governor Tom Wolf. It is my pleasure to congratulate the Port of Philadelphia on the groundbreaking of this new distribution center. The Port of Philadelphia has long been an economic driver in the Philadelphia region, supporting jobs, encouraging trade, and building connections that help businesses and industries across Pennsylvania to thrive. The entire Commonwealth benefits from increased trade in our largest port city. To help the Port of Philadelphia continue to compete in a developing system of global trade and attract new shippers, my administration has invested $300 million in the port. Today, the Port of Philadelphia is the fastest growing container port on the U.S. East Coast, and this new distribution center is an important step to improve port facilities and bring more traffic to the port. So congratulations to the Port of Philadelphia Board and staff on this achievement, and thank you for your hard work.
Thank you, Governor Wolf, for your remarks and for your visionary leadership in making the port grow and for being the force behind this specific project. I also just like to thank all the Commonwealth staff members. Without that state cooperation, our growth wouldn't be possible either. So now let's move on with the program. I have the pleasure of introducing Mayor Kenney. Mayor Kenney has always realized the potential of the port as a job-growing engine, and we want to thank you for your great leader. With that, let me introduce the Mayor of Philadelphia, Jim Kenney.
Thanks, Jerry, for the introduction, and thanks to Governor Wolf, probably the best governor this port has ever had, and we thank him for his investments that he's made. And thank everyone for coming out today. It's just great to be here for a groundbreaking of the port's new distribution center. I'd like to recognize again Governor Wolf, who joined us virtually, and on behalf of the City of Philadelphia, thank you and your entire administration for your continued commitment and investment in PhilaPort. The Commonwealth's $300 million investment in the port has given PhilaPort the tools it needs to improve its competitive position and create more family-sustaining, middle-class jobs that are needed now more than ever. Public investments like this one allow the port to leverage private investment and contribute to economic growth right here in Philadelphia and across our state. The past year has been unprecedented, and we've seen devastating impact that COVID-19 has had on many industries. But as has been said earlier, but even during the pandemic, PhilaPort has continued to bring valuable PPE, food, and other supplies to our region. As many of you know, the Port of Philadelphia is one of the nation's most crucial and is also, again, the fastest growing container port on the East Coast. In a time of increased market demand, PhilaPort is making strides to grow and modernize, which makes it more regionally competitive and profitable. Thanks to PhilaPort's 2016 Port Development Plan, we now have 5 new post-Panamax cranes that can handle ships in the world, a fully electrified fleet of cranes, and a deeper channel. With these advancements, we can better compete with our neighboring ports of New York and Baltimore. Today, we celebrate another exciting project for PhilaPort and the entire Philadelphia region, the groundbreaking of a new 200,000 square foot distribution center that will help attract new international cargoes and other opportunities to this port. This new warehouse is expected to create anywhere from 100 to 200 good-paying jobs, which are desperately needed right now. In addition to construction-related employment, will also be created at the distribution center itself, and the site will support jobs at the Packer Avenue Marine Terminal. Good news has been hard to come by over the past year, so I'm thrilled that we can all celebrate this big win for our city and region today. Thank you. We can't wait to come back to celebrate the completion of this project. And let me say, some of the stuff we're struggling with during the pandemic, things like violence and shootings and young people going adrift. These are the kind of jobs that can get families back there, that can reduce crime, reduce violence, because you're making those good wages backed by represented by a union or multiple unions, have good benefits, a pension, and something to look forward to in your life. Get these kids off the corner and get them into the warehouse. So thank you.
Mayor Kenney, thank you very much, and thanks for your great support over the years of the port. Senator Saval, congratulations on your election victory. Your desire to support equitable development in your district is obvious already, and we look forward to working with you to advance the port's cause in Harrisburg. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Nikil Saval.
Thank you, Chairman Sweeney. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you above all to Governor Tom Wolf for his vision and leadership on this issue. I want to echo the mayor and his comments that he's been one of the best governors that this port has ever seen. So again, Nikil Saval, I'm the state senator for the 1st District, and the 1st District encompasses, we're obviously in it here, but encompasses all the way up to the Art Museum. We can see the skyscrapers here from where we're standing, the stadiums. It has a number of visible monuments, but it has also a number of monuments that people don't often see, and one of those monuments is the Port of Philadelphia, which stretches all along the Delaware River. It is an essential monument rise with this groundbreaking today. It is an essential part of the district, and it is essential work that is done here by essential workers. The port keeps people fed, housed, and clothed, especially in the midst of this devastating pandemic. It connects Philadelphia to the world and brings them here to Philadelphia. I'm so proud to be here at this groundbreaking that will create hundreds of family-sustaining jobs and many indirect jobs. And I look forward to its growth, and I look forward to coming back to see its completion. So just congratulations to Chairman Sweeney, congratulations to the port. I look forward to the completion of this project and to the growth of our port. Thank you so much.
Senator, thank you very much. It's clear a port can't work without close cooperation between our federal and state partners. We already acknowledge the great work we do with the Commonwealth staff, and no federal partner is more important to us than the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. And we are very fortunate to have a strong working relation with the U.S. Customs here in Philadelphia. Joseph Martella has been a proactive, responsive leader for U.S. Customs Philadelphia, and he is here with us today and will tell us about CPB's role in keeping cargo moving safely and efficiently to warehouses such as we're creating here at the PhilaPort Distribution Center. So let me please introduce U.S. CBP Area Port Director, Port of Philadelphia, Joseph Martella.
Thank you. While United States Customs and Border Protection is our nation's largest federal law enforcement agency and the primary border control organization, we recognize the significant role we have in facilitating legitimate trade and travel. The successful symbolic relationship between the law enforcement roles of CBP and the facilitation of lawful and legitimate trade have a direct correlation regarding the economic well-being of the local and regional commerce. Having previously worked for CBP at other ports, I can attest that the local and regional partnerships in the Philadelphia region have fostered the growth in the Port of Philadelphia, making it the fastest growing container port in our nation. The cooperation, coordination, and relationships within the Port of Philadelphia are a unique and distinct advantage that will continue to set the Port of Philadelphia apart from other locations. The state-of-the-art PhilaPort Distribution Center will be an asset to the industry that will continue to advance the Port of Philadelphia. CBP looks forward to and will continue to collaborate with the port partners to identify innovative processes and infrastructure to safeguard our borders and enhance the nation's economic prosperity. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Director Martella. A key driver of our cargo growth has been Holt Logistics. The Holt family, their management team, and their labor do the hard work of unloading the ships and taking care of shippers, truckers, and other port customers. They are more excited than anyone, and our PhilaPort staff will be working closely with them to effectively market the facility. So please let me introduce to you Leo Holt.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thanks to the Teamsters, the longshoremen, and all the people that are going to benefit from the construction of this facility, the sister next to it, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one that we need. These are the drivers of successful ports. These are the canvases that we can paint individual pictures on that will allow us to put people to work. I'd love to tell the mayor, as I said to him earlier, Jim, you need to have the magic wand to fix everything. Fix the COVID crisis, fix the violence crisis, fix everything that we need to fix in the city. But the fact of the matter is, it's what my father said to people like Rocky Bryan's father and his 8 brothers, to the Bryans and the Dunbars that are standing here today over 50 years. What he said to people like Bill Hamilton, who's standing here today for the Teamsters. The best help you'll ever get is at the end of your own 2 hands. So what's going to be at the end of our hands in just a moment are these shovels. But it's getting the kids into jobs like these warehouse jobs, like the port jobs, and the other family-sustaining jobs that we need in order to cure these ills. The COVID being lifted, it's being lifted by the efforts of many, many people. So we should all be positive and optimistic about that in the months to come. But in the months and the years to come, as H&K finishes this building and builds another one next to it, and we build another freezer down the road, these are the things that are going to make the employment picture in Philadelphia a positive one. So thank you all. Thank you to our federal partners at CBP, the Coast Guard, and everyone else, including the USDA, that make our business work. Thank you to our labor partners. And thank you to, again, Governor Wolf and Mayor Kenney for supporting the port.
Okay, let's move up to the shovels.